It's the business of
life,
the business of
love,
the business of
health,
the business of
wealth.
It's the business of
Principle,
the business of
media,
the business of
conscious
the
black
business of
business
It's the business
network,
of
life,
the business of
love,
the business
health,
of the business of
wealth.
It's the business of
Principle,
the business of
media,
the business of
conscious
the
black
business of
business
It's the business
network,
of
life,
the business of
love,
the business of
health,
the business of
wealth.
It's the business of
Peace and power, family. Peace and power. Peace and power. This is Brother Marcus Sankofa coming live and direct from none other than the Conscious Black Business Network, sitting here alongside with Minister Assad and his Winkler, also known as a psychosocial spiritual entrepreneur. Family, we have a wonderful show in store for you this wonderful Thursday evening. So sit back, relax, get comfortable, get your notepad out, get your pens ready, get your tablets ready, get yourself properly prepared because we're going to go in, family. We're going to have a wonderful show. And first and foremost, before I go any further, I want to give all credence, reverence to the Almighty, the divine essence that dwells in myself. I also want to recognize our beloved ancestors who suffered, bled, and lived for each and every last one of us for us to be here. And it is on their shoulders in which we stand. Everybody who is tuned in, listening under the sound of our voices this evening, wherever you may be tuning in from, local, near, and far, we want to welcome you. We have a wonderful show planned and in store. And so I want to greet you in the spirit of peace and power, family, most certainly. So I'm excited. I'm excited for yet another show that's going to empower, that's going to educate, that's going to uplift, inspire, and all those things. So anyone who knows anything about our show, Conscious Black, on our network, Conscious Black Business Network, our off the cuff show, you know that our show is for entrepreneurs. And when we talk about entrepreneurs, we're talking about professionals, those who see a problem and those who want to bring a remedy and a solution to the problem. So with that being said, I'm going to read something short that speaks about the spirit of an entrepreneur, the spirit of an entrepreneur. Because in order for us to aspire to be better entrepreneurs, we got to get back to understanding fundamentally what the spirit of an entrepreneur is. This is what it is, family. An entrepreneur is the visionary in us, the dreamer, the energy behind every human activity, the imagination that sparks the fire of future, the catalyst for change. I'll go on to say, family, the entrepreneur is our creative personality, always at its best dealing with the unknown, plotting the future, creating probabilities out of possibilities, engineering chaos into harmony. So, family, that chaos could be the predicament, the challenge, the obstacle, the problem at hand that must be solved. And an entrepreneur stops at nothing to solve the problem. So with all of us claiming to be entrepreneurs, we have to see what the problem is and be solution oriented to solving the problem. An entrepreneur takes control of his or her reality. They're in control of his or her space. So it's very important to understand that, family. And so here at the Conscious Black Business Network, we use our platform to be able to uplift Black entrepreneurs, those who look like you, me, and we strive to empower entrepreneurs and push and encourage us to keep on going, to keep on pushing, to keep on stepping, family. Also, just want to share with you, there's a few ways that you could get in contact with us, and there's a few ways how you can stay connected with us. That's right. So first and foremost, hop on Facebook, and you can go to Facebook, family. And you can go to Conscious Black Business Network Studios, and there you can be able to see our information via our videos, our media, our posts, all the things in reference to our shows and much more. Also, family, you can hop on Conscious Black Business Network All right. It's a group where you can be able to network and be inspired through posts and see what's going on in our Conscious Black Business Network community. Also, family, on Facebook as well. Hop on over to our page, Temple of New African Thought. All right. And on there, you'll be able to see some uplifting, inspirational posts and things as well. Also, family, you can go to consciousblackbusiness.com. Once again, consciousblackbusiness.com. And when you go there, family, you'll be able to see all the different shows that are on our Conscious Black Business Network. And so, like us, follow us, stay connected with what it is that we have going on. That's very, very important. And if anybody who is listening to the show happens to want to have some airtime or happens to be a personality who would like a platform to get their message out to the masses, to get their message out to the people, you can reach out to me. My number is 410-717-6361. Once again, my number is 410-717-6361. And also, you can hop on YouTube. All right. And on YouTube, you can also check us out. You can go to, how can they access us through YouTube, Minister Asar?
You can look up CBBN or Conscious Black Business Network or Dennis Asar Winkler. You should be able to find us any of those ways.
Absolutely. Thank you, my brother. So we gave you all the ways to connect with us.
But they can do this. They can also, if they just want to go to find any video, the videos is on and live right now. If they're listening through the player and they want to see what's going on in the studio, all they have to do is push that live HD video tab on our website. So you can go to our website and you can go and you can find our past shows at the CBBN radio blog tab, and you can click the videos there. But you can go to our YouTube station. It can lead you to our YouTube station. But you can also watch the live video that's broadcasting right now by just going to live HD video. Family.
Absolutely, my brother. Thank you very much. So we gave you the ways that you can stay connected with us and keep up with all the things that we have going on.
Let's talk. Let's before we get. I mean, you can keep going, but let's let the family. We got a show and a half today, family, and we want you to participate because it's important that we let you know before you start getting offline that we got a real hot one today. We want it's some lurkers out here. There's some people that are definitely trying to take advantage of our people. Sometimes they don't know the backgrounds, they don't know whatever. All they know is they're trying to make $1 out of no sense. They're trying to take your cents and make dollars out of it. I'm trying to say they're not trying to put the work out. They're not trying to put the work forth. They're trying to find any way to leech, to get money from you, your hard work earned money. You got what I'm trying to say? This show today, I debated with myself whether I should do it or not because I don't want to just come in and talk about black business. In fact, look, let me see. Brother Sankofa said something that was very powerful. He said this is about the entrepreneur. However, I want to say this is more than about what you quote unquote think an entrepreneur is. It's not just about entrepreneurs. It's not just about business. It's about business because we say everything is business. So we don't want to get you confused. We don't want you getting confused. We want every one of our brothers and sisters to have that entrepreneurial spirit. However, that entrepreneurial spirit is when you pride and make possibilities out of probabilities, as he stated. So that means that no matter what it is that you want to accomplish, if you want to be the best mother, the best father, the best soccer coach, the best business person, the best activist, the best social whatever in the community, we want to assist you with doing so. In today's show, we're going to talk about Bidnit people. Dr. George Fraser talks about Bidnit people, and there's some people on his team. There's some people on his team that I was introduced to that are doing lousy business practices, and I want to expose that. In fact, I got some more information today that goes past what I thought I was exposing. So I may or may not share that with you, depending on how the flow of the show goes, Brother Sankofa.
Absolutely, brother. So we're going to get into that, family. And before we go further with what it is that Minister Sar just spoke about, I do want to just share with everybody just a couple of announcements and different things that are taking place, because, family, we are all about business here. And the Conscious Black Business Network is one of our components, but it's not the totality of what we do, family. We're doing a lot of things in the community. And so we want you to know about it so you can stay connected and get involved possibly. So first and foremost, the Temple of New African Thought, family, located at 3221 Bel Air Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21218. Come on out. All right. We are an African-centered ministry geared towards shifting the mindset of our people, those who look like you and me, to embrace who we are, how great we are, and come on out, family. On Sundays at 11 o'clock a.m., we have our Sunday fellowships. Come on out and, be empowered through a message of empowerment. Be uplifted and moved by inspirational hip hop and poetry and spoken word. Fellowship amongst good brothers and sisters, family, in a harmonious fashion. Also, we have our Spirit of Kemet Internal Martial Art Academy, where we offer classes on Tuesdays from 5:30 to 6:30, and on Fridays from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. And that class is instructed by none other than our Baba Asar. And so also we have our Winkler Investor Group, which also teaches our community how to invest in real estate without cash, credit qualifying loans, or a job, and many other things. I could go on and on and on, family, but stay tuned and stay connected with us. And if anybody has any questions, or if you want to connect in those regards as well, you can reach out to me as well. My number is 410-717-6361. And last, most certainly not least, family, just a reminder for those who know and for those who do not know, coming up Friday, October 7th, from 7 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m., Dr. Oyama Ott will be providing a lecture. She'll be speaking with the subject matter in mind: understanding duality, male-female relationships. That's going to be taking place at Pleasant Hope Baptist Church, located at 430 East Belvedere Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21212. And you can definitely get your tickets. And let's see here. You can get your tickets. Let's see. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door. And for anybody who, and also, let's see, it looks like the early bird special has got passes. But if you want information on how to get those tickets, the number to call is 410-303-4120, or you can email Daddy Watoto, DADDYWATOTO @gmail.com. Shout out to Brother Jabari Natur. All right. Who's also we're collaborating with to be able to produce such an event. So, Minister Sar, as you said, we definitely have a powerful show, my brother. Let's go ahead and get into it, my brother. What's on your mind, my brother? Talk to us.
Oh, man, I wasn't ready for you yet, bro.
Okay.
I wasn't ready for you yet.
Okay.
So you ran out of some juice over there, huh?
Well, we can keep it going. I could find more juice.
Nah, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get it started. You know what I'm saying? So, family, let's see who's listening. Family, you want to go ahead and let your friends, family, everyone know that we are on and we are live. Go ahead and share this show. Go ahead and like the link. Go ahead and share the link. Let's talk about this because it is a very important show. I wrote a post earlier today on Facebook. Let me see if I can find that because I just want to preface the show with it. Just to put myself in the right energy. I don't have everything laid out or any particular order or anything like that. But, I do want to say that before I decided to go ahead and do the show, I checked with some people. I checked with some elders. I even got the pulse of Facebook, because the last thing I want to do is come against any brother or sister that looks like me and try to destroy their character, try to destroy anything, but I think truth is important. and I only will share the truth. I'll try not to share it from a emotional standpoint or purely emotional standpoint, because emotion is definitely important. As I stated earlier today, before Brother Sankofa came back on, is that I was invited to a conference several years ago, and it was one of the most beautiful conferences I've ever took place or a part in. It was one of the most beautiful things. I went to what we call the Power Networking Conference. I went to, I think it was Dallas, Texas. I went to with Baba Elder Sajafo. He told me he had a ticket. I could come out, I could check out the show. I mean, I could come out and check it out. He had some people who didn't come through. They said he couldn't pay, get the airplane tickets and all that type of thing. He had the ticket for him. However, these tickets were, these tickets cost several $100s. So I went to the Power Networking Conference. He knew I was a business person, and I hadn't been doing a lot of, quote unquote, secular business at that point in a long time, because I took my business to the community. Although we were doing a lot of business for the organization, and also we were teaching real estate, but from a community standpoint, we about really uplifting the community. And I went to this conference, and I tell you, it sparked me again. It ignited me. I think the conference, and I will tell you, family, if you haven't been to Dr. George Frazier's Power Networking Conference, I would highly suggest you to go. Now, I want you to be careful, though. I want you to be careful in who you decide to purchase products from, however, because there's some people out here that are lurching, or, that are trying to take advantage of our people. And I think that sometimes they believe that we are stupid. I mean, maybe that's my thing, or maybe that's the reason why I even thought about doing a show. Maybe it's my complex, but nonetheless, I put it out there before the team. I put it out there before the elders, and they said no. They say if something has been done, no matter how large or how small, you have to bring it out. Because to me, I'll just put it out there. They got me for $500. To me, that's not a big deal. It's a business expense. The reason why I even in the first place put the first 500 out is just to test their services and see if they will fulfill their services. Because in all actuality, my plan was, I was so impressed by these brothers that I'm going to speak about later, is that I wanted to see what I would get with the 500, because I wanted to invest more thousands into them. Because I understand that if you have a good product, I could take and I can make my money back in no time. However, this was an experience that I had in this case. Understand, one of the smaller products, about $500, they didn't deliver. So, family, one thing I want to say is, when one does not deliver on a small product, my antennas go off. So, being the guy that I am, I definitely don't want to begin to assume some things. I begin to try to talk to people. I try to reach out to people. I can go a half a mile with you, and as long as you give me what you say, I can go around the block and everything, because I'm not, I try to give our people the benefit of the doubt. We're growing, we're doing business, we're doing a lot of things, but we're talking about maybe almost 2 years later now. Now that is a problem. So let's talk about this. I put a Facebook post out earlier today, and it goes like this. I said, Dr. George Frazier said that there are business people and there are Bidnit people. I put here, I will discuss 2 Bidnit people tonight. Dr. George C. Frazier said his job is to put Bidnit people out of business. I've heard him say this at the at what's the brothers who did the the Black Conference or something that we went to at Howard University a few years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago. Ron Daniels. So Ron Daniels, that's when I first heard about Dr. George Frazier and his team. And it was a beautiful experience. I was like, wow, this is good, man. This is good. And I said, okay, this is good. So what took place is I met some people. I was very impressed with George Frazier. I heard him say that he's a gangster, because he's a businessman. He wasn't said in a negative sense. He said a gangster is one who takes care of their family, one who makes business moves, one who does this, one who does that. And I was impressed. I was like, the brother got some swag. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm from Bed-Stuy, the home of Biggie and Jay-Z. You see what I'm trying to say? So I was really impressed. I was like, I like the elder. You see? And one thing he said was his job is to put Bidnit people out of business. This is where I heard him say it at the conference. Then I heard again on, Hidden Colors. He says the same exact thing, that his job is to put Bidnit people out of business. And now I would not, so I go to this conference 2 years ago. Not last year, but the year before. And it was beautiful. I met two gentlemen there that I was highly impressed with. Their names are Che Brown and Trevor Otts. I mean, I came in and they had the atmosphere lit up. They had euphoria going on. They had all the dopamine factors going off in people's brain, because not in their presentation, it was high pace. It was high pace. They had a DJ. You hear me? They had a DJ in the room for their presentations. I was also impressed by these brothers because they were like the best marketers. I'm going to tell you the truth. They were the best marketers at the conference. I mean, they went above and beyond and above what everybody else did. I mean, at a point, see, because what happened is at this conference, you had your little breakout sessions, and what happened is people had to, you were competing with other people with breakout sessions. These brothers had flyers, and they would make a road all the way to their room with the flyers in the middle of the hotel. How bold is that, right? They also took your number, and every time a conference was going on, they text you, we are going live now. Where are you at? Where are you going? I mean, you were getting flooded with text message. I mean, the technology was par excellent. You got what I'm saying? It was great. Then you went to that conference. And I'm going to tell you the truth about these brothers. When you went to the conference, man, the information they gave in those conferences, for somebody who was maybe new in business, they got too much information, because that's one thing that Trevor did really well. He gave a lot of information at a very rapid pace, and that's a sales technique. What it is, if you flood people with information, they will get overwhelmed, so they're going to seek a mentor. You understand? So it's not about information, but see, someone who's keen or who's been in business, they can take nuggets from that, like myself. So I wasn't in the same category as some people. I believe some other people were in a similar category as myself. I'm not trying to put myself up there and someone else down, but I'm saying I've been in business for many years. So any nugget they gave me, I was grabbing on it. You see what I'm saying? So I was very impressed. So, coming back home, no. Let me tell you more about the conference, how good these brothers are. I mean, just the potential that these brothers have. These brothers potentially, they're awesome. Their potential. Now, their character, that's something else. You see what I'm saying? The potential that they have and what they can give out people is par excellent. However, their character isn't. You understand what I'm trying to say? There's a difference. They can give out people something, but if they choose to do it. So I go into their conference. I mean, their conferences, Dr. George Frazier, this Power Networking conference is a genius idea. I mean, they had conferences all day long. You hear me? I'm saying they had breakout sessions all night long, from morning, to dawn or something like that?
From dusk till dawn.
Dusk to dawn. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I was in a conference at 1 a.m. when it was supposed to end at like 10 or 11, and they were still teaching and doing and going and all these type of things. Now, the one that just happened recently is a very different conference. It wasn't like that. You went with this. It wasn't as they weren't giving as much. But nonetheless, this I guess, you know, these brothers, they were, you know, they were getting their name out there, and they did some things, so they were working hard. I get back to Baltimore. Most of the people, they're in Maryland, right? They're in Maryland. Most of the people in Maryland, you know, most of the people in that conference just seemed like they were from Maryland, including Che, and Trevor. So I'm coming back home. I mean, I saw so many people come home with me. It was a beautiful thing. And then these brothers are still sending out text messages. These brothers are still sending out emails. These brothers had like perfected internet media, Google Hangouts, I mean, YouTube, Facebook, everything as marketers. See, Che is supposed to be the salesperson, the one that can close you and teach you how to close people. Trevor's supposed to be the marketer, and I'm going to tell you, hands down, they're good. But do they follow up? That's a different thing. That is a difference. So I say, oh my God, these guys are giving out so much good information. And it's hard for me to find information that is good because I've been around for a minute. So when I saw these brothers and I saw the Power Networking Conference, I said, this is a conference that anybody can go to no matter what their experience is and how many years they've been in business, because it doesn't matter. They can take you to another level. They can sharpen your skills. They can make you more effective in this day and time, this 2016, 17, you know, this new, I mean, the 2000s, you know. The Power Networking Conference has that effect. The marketing was beautiful. The branding was beautiful. I mean, just everything was par excellent. But this is what happened. After being on so many conference calls and so many videos and on their page and so many sales presentations, because I mean, every time they gave a video on YouTube or Facebook or wherever other live stream or whatever they were on, they had a product. I mean, they were selling. Can you believe they had 24/7 marathons where they were selling for 24/7? I mean, they were literally selling products all day, all night. And then you got to think about it. If they're selling all day and they're selling all night, how can they possibly fulfill their orders? You see what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. However, they lead you to believe that they're bigger than what they really are. I mean, I'm not dumb. I'm not, you know, I'm not stupid. I'm not new. This is not my first rodeo. I knew they weren't as big as what they are because that's what salespeople do. Salespeople, what they do, they make you think they're bigger than what they are. You see what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. This is what they do. They put the nice suits on. They put the nice cars on. They probably even spend the money. You see what I'm saying? They do that. That's part of the that's the euphoria. That's the dopamine. That's all the different parts, all the chemicals. They stir your chemicals up. I'm not stirred up by that. What I'm stirred up by is sound information. You understand what I'm trying to say? I am not the one to get caught up by flashy cars and suits and all this type of thing. I can see through all the smoke and mirrors. I don't need that. You see what I'm saying? But what I did like is that they were polished. They were polished in their presentation. They were polished in their marketing. They were polished in their branding. They were polished. But on fulfilling orders, I found out something different. What I found out is these brothers are Bidnit people. I found out that they were Bidnit people really quickly because I purchased a product that never was fulfilled. It was, again, as I stated earlier, it wasn't a lot of money. It was only $500. But somebody else, $500 could be the difference between their rent, them getting put out in the street. That $500 could be their last $500 that they wanted to put into a dream of theirs. You see what I'm trying to say? See, so what I'm saying is we have to be careful because we have charlatans in our midst. And this is what I'm saying. And it took me, it's almost 2 years, family. And I'm going to share with you some conversation with us to show you, because they say conversation beat, I mean, what they say, evidence, what is it? How did I say it, brother?
Documentation
beats conversation, right? And because I'm not going to sit here and just say, well, this is what happened, that what happened, and I show you a little bit of it. You got what I'm saying? I'm looking here, bro. When I started talking to these brothers, when I initially started talking to these brothers, oh man, on 4/17, 2000, what is that? January, February, March, April. What's that? April, January, February, March. April the 17th, I started saying I haven't heard anything about my product. And this is several months later after I initially ordered, I believe, right? So because I I'm busy, I come back, I'm trying to figure out when is this thing going to go on, when it's going to go down. So it's probably 3 to 4 or 5 months that went past before I even said what's going on. You know, they gave a conference call, 2 conference calls, but they were supposed to have a all-day event. They were supposed to give you some more information. They were supposed to help you with your product development. I think the name of this product was the Product Development. Actually, I have it here. It was called the Product Development Academy. But what happened is the Product Development Academy never came about. But I want to tell you how the lies came about and how they strung me along. And you know, cool. They strung me along, but guess what? This could be somebody else, man. I'm not really, to be honest with you, I'm going to be straight with y'all people. I'm not hurting from this, okay? But what I am saying is someone else could. And that could have been me. They don't know what my status is. They were just downright careless. You got what I'm trying to say? They don't know what my status is. They don't know what somebody else's status is. And guess what? Putting out this show today, someone else called me and said they got me too. And then someone else said they got them too. So what I'm saying is it wasn't just me. So, and I know this. And how do I know this? Because when you're a business person, all you have to do is look at the behavior of someone who's operating a business and how they do it. Because anyone that leads their customers on continuously, I mean, more than 1-2 times, say, I'm going to meet you here, I'm going to meet you there. Let's do this. Let's do a one-on-one. I mean, all this type of conversation came up. And never really met the actual appointment that they put in place to remedy the problem. That is a problem. That is a behavior. That is how they do business. And that is the truth. And I have 2 years worth of correspondence to show you that this is what took place. So again, even a sister called me today and said, look, they took me for $900. And she said, look, I don't have $900 for them to be taken. You got what I'm saying? I don't have that. She said they offered me this, but they gave me that. And they kept saying, I'm waiting for it. And they upsold me. See, they about upselling. See, they know how to upsell but they just don't know how to deliver the product. You see? They know how to, and the sister brought up something very beautiful today. And I already thought about it. Like, people were getting murdered all last year. In the last 2 years, our people have been dropping like flies. But you got to understand. See, these people aren't worried about our people. So someone could have just got killed and they would never even mention it in anything they're saying because they're about that dollar. You got what I'm saying? They are capitalists at its best. Just because people look like you do not mean they are you or from you or for you. You see what I'm trying to say? Just because they look like you don't mean that they are agents of white supremacy. Just because they look like you don't mean they are not sub-oppressors. And what I am saying, these brothers, from what I've seen, will do anything to get by. They are in a game of war and is being played on the business battlefield. And they don't have any remorse for you. They don't. They will stop answering your text message or your emails, and then they'll come back and they'll offer you special this and that. They'll fluff you up to make you feel good for 2 more months. You see what I'm saying? this is what they'll do. They will fluff you up to make you okay for 2 more months. So family, if you want to call in and get on this, I see somebody on the line. Let's see who this is. Maybe it's one of the brothers. I don't know. Let's see. Somebody was on the line. I don't know if they just listening in or they calling in. Let me see what we got going on here. You know, and I'll pick it back up. You know, I'm not, wow, it's already 9:49. So this is what I want to do. I want to go to this caller and see if this caller here is somebody. Hold on. Now I know it's somebody, but is it someone who wants to key in on this? It might be Shay or Trevor themselves. Greetings, caller. Last 43677. Please state your name, where you're calling from. Let's talk. Caller from, I believe it's Columbus, Ohio. Are you just listening in? Okay, so I think they're just listening in, family. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get back to what I was talking about. And you can help me out with that. But nonetheless, these brothers are charlatans in our midst. These brothers are Bidnit people. I'm wondering if George Frazier knows. You know, I respect George Frazier for what he's doing for our people from a superficial level. I'm not sure the depth of it. However, I think he can inspire someone. You got what I'm trying to say? Now, I think his wisdom is good. Yes, I do. But I'm wondering if he knows he has charlatans in his midst. Now, from a conversation earlier today with a young lady, she said, yes, he has several charlatans who have taken several dollars from several people. And she said there's another person out here that's doing worse than he is and still being propelled to the top. You got what I'm trying to say? So what I am saying, worse than what not he is, worse than what they are doing. I'm talking about Che and Trevor in this case, right? So let's do this. I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me see if I can share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. All righty. Let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. If you guys are listening in, you can go to consciousblackbusiness.com, consciousblackbusiness.com, and then go to the live HD video tab, and you can see what we're talking about. If you're listening on the phone, and you can follow, you know, you can look at what we're looking at. If not, you just want to listen through the video, the radio, so the player, that's fine, because we explain exactly what's going on. But you can go to consciousblackbusiness.com, consciousblackbusiness.com, and go to the live HD tab, and you can watch the video there. Also, subscribe to our station, our YouTube station, and Conscious Black Business Network by putting your email in. And your name, and then we can keep you up to date with all that we have going on. But look, you can also call in by calling 410-989-5557. Again, 410-989-5557. So let's share this screen, family. Okay, let's share this screen here. Okay, let's share that screen. Okay, I'm hoping that you can see that, but you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to share the whole screen. I'm going to share entire screen. Okay, I'm going to share the screen here. All right, so I'm going to minimize this. All right, so you see my screen. And, you know, as you see here, on April the 17th, 2015, which is nearly, let's say, over almost 2 years ago, you know, a year and a half at least, right? And I know when I purchased this product, it was probably about 2 years ago. So with that being said, this is what's going on. You know what? I'm going to probably suggest that I purchased this product somewhere in the summer. So it's probably over 2 years ago, in fact. So over 2 years ago. And I say here, hello, Trevor. I still haven't heard anything back from you concerning the Product Development Academy. every time I write you, you say that you see I've written him before this. And I said, every time I write you, you say that you will get back to me. However, up to this point, I have been unsuccessful. I really think you guys are great and would like to do more business with you, maybe on a larger scale. But honestly, this has slightly deterred my motivation. Hopefully, we can resolve this, as I really was looking to gaining from this program and working with you all for the long run. Sincerely, Dennis Winkler. And this is true. I really, again, I really wanted to work with these brothers for the long haul. I saw some things in them that I could pick up from and add to my business. Actually, I wanted to get my team trained. Brother Sankofa can bear witness to that. I wanted to get my team trained, for sales, sales and all that type of thing, to close deals, to all the things that they do. And they do it well. I might say they do it really good. Now, the other side, they need to come to us. That we need to show them how to actually, we need to show them how to follow through and actually delivering their product. Yes. You see what I'm trying to say? So, brothers, if you want to see how you can actually deliver on your product, you might need to come to our classes. Okay. So this is a sincere email that I put out. This is sincere. You see what I'm saying? I really don't want to ruffle feathers. I want to come humble because I see that these brothers have potential, and I give, again, Black people the benefit to fulfill, no matter how long that may take in reason, And it took me a while before I sent this email. And again, it says that I've written him more than that. I'm pretty sure I can go and find some other posts before this, but this is the one where both of them are in the group. I probably was speaking to Trevor alone, and I can probably find it, but I won't do it for the sake of this broadcast because we only have limited time. But nonetheless, you see the documentation here. It's been over 2 years, brother. So I didn't get an answer, and that was on April the 17th. So then again, June of that same year, I let April, May, 2 months go past. I say again, hello, Che and Trevor. I haven't heard anything about a product I purchased from you last year. Woo! Hold up. This is a whole year. After several attempts, I went to, let's see, June from what year was that, brother Sankofa? I'm trying to I guess that's still 2015, April, May, June. So I don't understand. Oh, last year. So again, yeah, I purchased the product the year before, but I came and I said something to them in April, and I was reaching out to them. And then again, 2 months later in June, I asked them again. I said, hello, Che and Trevor. I haven't heard anything about a product I have purchased from you last year. Also, I have followed every possible medium. I saw Che again. Okay, this is what happened. I saw Che at the Power Networking Conference this year in Maryland at the what is it called, brother? The Harbor National Harbor.
Yes, National Harbor.
I saw Che and I kind of pulled him aside. I said, brother, how you doing? I said, man, I got a product from you guys. It never happened. So on and so forth, right? But let me tell you. Let me back up. Let me digress for a second. Before then, I had been talking to Trevor Otts, and Trevor Otts even told me, well, look, brother, we're no longer doing it, and maybe I could do some one-on-one with you or something. Something happened, right? Something like he can make up for the time, or I don't know. He didn't say he no longer was going. He was saying like, basically, I can do one-on-one with you, never telling me why he wasn't going to do the other thing. But yeah, I can do a one-on-one with you. And then he set an appointment and he never made it. You got what I'm trying to say? So when it was time for he and I to meet by phone or whatever, he never made the appointment. He never made it to the appointment. So again, I see Che. I said, look, I kind of forgot about it. I just happened to see that they're going to be there this year. I'm like, the nerve of them to still be here selling people. And that's what kind of sparked this thing back up again. So this was April 2006. I mean, it was June of 2016, actually. So I let that thing go for a while, an entire year. You see what I'm saying? And again, I say, hello, Che and Trevor. I haven't heard anything about a product I purchased from you last year. Also, I have followed every medium I saw Che again at this past PNC, that's Power Networking Conference, and he told me to text him. I have, but still yet to receive any resolve. So Che, when I see him at the event, he says, "Oh, brother Sankofa, you was there, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Che says, "Oh, brother, you know what we going? Look, take my personal phone number. You know that old salesman stuff. You can have my personal number. I'm Big Che. You know, I'm Che and he's Trevor and we're big guys and you can have my personal number, Dennis." You got what I'm saying? He even used my name. I'm telling you, the guys, they're good at what they do. You know, because he looked at me and he made me feel like he knew me. And, oh, hey, Dennis. So look, you know, that's what they do. People like to hear their name. See, look, when you've been trained in this stuff, you know, people say, see, hey, Dennis. And then you're like, oh, he knows me, right? You know, people like to hear their name called. So he tried to use some of that psychology, that salesman psychology on me. Yeah, man, take my personal number. I told Sankofa, yeah, he told me his personal exclusive number that no one else gets, right? But he puts it on every broadcast, right? And then I said, so is this to you or your assistant? Well, you know, this is my, you know, I'll get the call. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what people do, man. They do a lot of, you know, he's a salesman, man. And that's what he did. You know, he tried to float my boat and all this type of thing. But, bro, I'm not a fool. You got what I'm trying to say? So he said, yeah, yes, give me. So I sent him the text, and he didn't respond. So this here is what you see. You hear me or you see me saying, well, okay, you haven't responded to my text message, bro. So then Che comes back and say, hello, Dennis. I will call you today. Appreciate your patience, Che. Wow. So he did respond. You see that? He responded the same day via Facebook, but he didn't respond before then. I said, thanks. Okay. So that's June the 8th. Let's see what I have here on July the 16th. Oh, I talked to him. I did speak to him. Chase said, look, man, we apologize for, we still have that promotion going on. We still have it going on. And guess what? He said, we still have it going on. But you know, it's at a higher rate now, so we can't obviously we can't offer it to you at the same rate because our rates have gone up. Now, I'm cool, you know, I'm cool. He like, so, you know, I can give you a refund or whatever. Let me check the system. Oh, I see here. Yeah, you did pay, but somehow you missed the emails and stuff. I don't know what happened, you know, and he wants to sound important. Yeah, I have to get with our CFO and, you know, all this type of thing. We cut checks at the first of the month. That's what he told me. You know, his CFO, and they cut checks at the first month. They're this big corporate entity with 2,000 employees or something. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, come on, bro. Save it for somebody else that don't know. If you are the owner and Trevor is the only other owner, bro, cut me the check, bro, and cut me the slack. You dig what I'm saying? You know, well, also, we got to get with our CFO. Come, oh, dude, call up your uncle. Come on, man. Stop it. Call your uncle up, the CFO, and send me the check, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Come on, stop it. Bro, I don't know who these guys think they're pulling wool over their eyes. You know, come on, bro. I mean, my little measly $500 was a test. Because, you know, I put it out there. That was worth the risk of dealing with black businesses. Again, I don't say just do business with black people. I say do business with black people that do business with black people and also care for black people. They have no care for black people. They care for the green dollar. You got what I'm trying to say? They don't even think about that. You know, 20 people could have gotten killed and they still going to be doing their sales presentations, not even a moment of silence. I'm talking about not a moment of silence. You won't ever hear a public statement about anything from these brothers who are business people. We talking about our football players. How are we going to ask our football players and our multi-billionaires and so on and so forth to come out when little measly thousandaires or 100, these guys that they're not even going to come out with nothing. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to say anything because they don't want to make any enemies or political statement because they don't want to lose money, you know. And guess what? The more they're growing, the more I see it's becoming white. you know, you can do business with who you want to do. I'm just saying he act like he was for the people, and he was from PG County, around the way. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what the brother, you know, that's what they did. You know what I'm trying to say? And Che went to Morgan State. You know, and Che, yeah, we here. I'm here in Baltimore, brother. You see what I'm saying? So Che, again, he saw me and he was like, okay, he was kind of like, where did this brother come from? His eyes was like trying, like either he was irritated or he was like, man, what happened? Like, I don't know what happened, but nonetheless, I saw the brother and he was a little leery when I saw him at that. He was a little weird looking. I mean, so again, Che did not follow through with what he promised me when I talked to him. Yeah, I'm gonna get this is what he told me. So instead, I can't offer you the service anymore. Come on, bro. You don't have the service. You don't have the service. You take people money and you probably come through sometimes, but many times you don't. I've heard at least 3 people tell me that you don't. And I'm saying, and I've heard someone call me today. Someone called me today and said, look, they took my money too. But not only that, I had a brother, right, who hit me up, one of the brothers who listened to a lot of our shows, and he said, Dennis, man, come on, bro. Y'all can check it out on another video, and you can see it's there. He said, Dennis, he said, are you sure you want to come out against these guys? Because they got many real estate, all types of real estate people and all this that you can probably add to your network and all this and all that. And I'm like, bro, I don't do business like that. Yo, I said, I am self-sufficient and we are self-sufficient here at the Temple of New African Thought, the Conscious Black Business Network, Winkler Investor Group. We are. We don't need dirty people's money or dirty money. We don't need dirty money. We don't need to fudge the numbers. We don't have to commit fraud. You know, as I found out that Che, at least, you know, I found out today that Che has been in a lot of trouble. He's been in a lot of trouble. So he has not been fudging the numbers for just a little bit of time. And this is how did I find out that Che's been in a little trouble? Because the brother who told me, Dennis, you can go and look at my father's video from last night. And he put on there that, oh, let me go there really quickly. I'll read it verbatim so you and I'll show it on the screen so that you can follow along with me, so that you can see that this is how I found out about this thing. Let's create a trail. So let's go to my channel, my father's show last night, which was a wonderful show, I might add. It was a powerful show about the Mau Mau. You guys, you definitely want to check it out. Baba Asar he has some phenomenal shows. This is so I'm gonna pause his video. This is the Mau Mau Force and Freedom Fighters Revolution, headed by Didan Kamathi. Didan Kamathi and what was the other person? I can't even think right now. Didan Kamathi.
Jomo Kenyatta.
Yeah, Jomo Kenyatta. Yeah, definitely. The president. Okay, of Kenya, I believe, right? So JT Facts, he put it publicly, so I guess he doesn't really care. So he says, Brother Dennis, I noticed your video about Trevor and Che. You sure you want to do this? He said. He said, I understand they didn't deliver on their service, but they have a lot of context you may need in the future. So I may need in the future. Especially in the RE business, he means real estate business. Why create enemies, he asked. Then he said, perhaps use their guilt for not giving you proper service to meet some of their network and advance your business. Now, let me tell you this. These brothers have no sense of, they have no, the conscience it may be bothering them, but they're not worried about that. They've already demonstrated that by several years of not demonstrating. Guilt is when you, like, if you were guilty, you would send somebody a measly $500 back, right? Because it's only $500 and they're billionaires, right? So at least that's what they purport, right? So, I mean, or maybe they need to pay for their home in, what's that place where Trevor lives at?
PG County?
Yeah, but what's that, where we had the event? He lives there. At least he purports to live there. Yeah, he lives there. I know a brother does real estate here. He told me he lives there. what's that? What the National Harbor? He
Oh,
lives on National
yeah.
Harbor. Yeah, yeah. So maybe they got a lot of bills, so they gotta take a lot of 500s. You got I'm trying to say $1,000. They gotta pay those bills. Why create enemies? He says, to look out for you. What do I say? To look out. He say, what does he say? Just trying to look out for you. If you feel that strongly against them, then by all means, I what you think is right. Okay, cool. That's what my man said, right? That's cool. JT Facts. I go on and say, JT Facts, it's bigger than them. They just happen to be the culprits of such business. It's bigger than them, family. It's bigger than Che and Trevor. It's people out here who are taking the money off of L people's back. One sister called me today and said they took $900 from her, and she don't have $900 to be giving away. You see, she said she was so excited she was about to start her business. You see what I'm saying? She was so excited. See me, I was in a different place. I already had done, I'm just trying to get some extra tools, some refinement of products. I'm trying to take it to another level. I'm trying to bring it together from a community standpoint. Yes, but somewhere along the line, they got lost. You got what I'm trying to say? They never delivered the product. I don't know what happened, but it's kind of like that riddle or that saying or that little nursery song. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. She swallowed the fly because the bird and the cat and the dog, and she swallowed the dog because she swallowed the cat, and he swallowed the cat to swallow the bird, and swallowed the bird to swallow the fly. All that type of thing. I don't know why Che and Trevor didn't deliver. I don't know why. But then JT Facts comes back and say, no more needed to be said. Get them. Go get them. He has a link here. And this is talking about some fraud that this brother has already, I mean, in the Washington Examiner he's already been locked up for fraud. But he's smiling in our faces. I'm talking about Chase specifically, because this is the guy who I've had last contact with other than Trevor, most recently, who's smiling in my face. Trevor, he's just like a real ASS hoe regardless. He doesn't really care. He acts like one. He knows he's one. That's how he walks around. I'm the stuff. Che, he smiles around, and his saying is, what does he say? He said, something, what a good day, or something, have a good day. It's like a big smile, and how family is a good day in the neighborhood, like Mr. Rogers or something. You know what I'm trying to say? But we're going to find out that Che is not Mr. Rogers. Oh, well, Mr. Rogers wasn't Mr. Rogers either, was he? I think Mr. Rogers had some run in as well. You got what I'm saying? But we're going to find out that Che is not Mr. Rogers. We're going to find out that family, be careful who you spend money with, especially if it's your last. And definitely that's what I do. But let's go back to the message. Excuse me, family. So June, I haven't heard anything. And I remind him that I saw him at the Power Networking Conference. He said, "Hello, Dennis. I will call you today." He did call me. He told me that he would give me, let's say, free tickets. I mean, no. He told me he couldn't, of course, honor the package because it was so much more money now. I can't do that. But I can't do that. You got what I'm trying to say? I can't do that because we're big timers now, and I can't do that, right? And again, I say, Dr. George Fraser, do you know that you have Bidnit people in your business circle? You understand? I'm not sure. I just want this. I want this to get to you. If you don't know, someone please present this to him, because we're gonna go deeper, and you're gonna be real surprised on what you're gonna find out about Mr. Che. You got what I'm saying? And this is just someone. The brother JT Facts sent it to me. They from a small cursory, probably Google search. You see what I'm saying? So let's Google people before we go into business with them. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I still would have did business with a person, because you never know how a person's reformed. But nonetheless, that was a risk I took and I was willing to take. But again, it's all about how they handle this situation, right? So let's go here. Let's go back to this message. He called me. He told me again, he couldn't honor it, but he can give me my money back, and he's got to call his CFO, and oh yeah, I'll also throw you some coupons in. I mean, the dude ain't send me my money. Well, guess what? He didn't even send me the coupons. Dude, send me the coupons. You dig? I said, okay, great. I didn't even say, well, brother, I paid for the service at that time and you should honor it. I didn't even go there, because at this point, I'm like, if I even get, I'm happy for 500. You did send me the 500 back. You dig? Because I really don't think you ever going to fulfill the service in the first. I don't think you're going to do it. It's been 2 years. So get me, okay, get with your CFO. Well, you got to call Paris or something, because your CFO is a great CFO, I guess, in Paris. Or, you know, it might be Donald Trump. I don't know. You know, your CFO, it might be Donald Trump. You know, you're a big timer. Big timer taking $500 and $900 from people, right? Oh, you can be real big time when you're doing that. That's what the white man did to us when we came to this country. They took everything from us. They didn't pay us. You can get real rich real quick off of stuff that you don't have to fulfill. Can you believe that is called, you know what that's called, family? That's called that's 1,000% return on your investment, because you didn't put out anything. You didn't even put a product out. There's no margin. I mean, you don't even have what is it called? Your profit is more, it's 1,000%, man. Like, whoa. You didn't even give a product or a service. Well, you gave a little conference call that kind of supposed to led up to it. So I'll say, well, you made 999.5%. Okay, that's what I'll do for you. All right. So I said, hello, Che. I still haven't heard anything. This is August the 15th. This is another month later. Look, July. Oh, okay. June. Hold up. I started in, what was it? April the other year. Before that, then I went to June, July. I'm still nice. I'm saying hello, Che. In August now. After July, after he talked to me. Oh, hello, Che. I still haven't heard anything from you concerning the refund you promised me and or the discount certificate you said you would send me. He still hasn't sent me anything of such. Not to this date. Not to this day. What is it? What is it now? September?
Yes.
September, almost October, right?
Yep.
The last of September, I still haven't heard anything. And look, guess what? Big boy Trevor jumped in there. Because Trevor, I'm the big man. You know, Che is just the side man. You know, he just hold my bag type of thing. This how it looks anyhow. You know, Che is the side guy. I'm the flamboyant guy with the handkerchief and my shirt open with no tie. You know, I'm special. I'm a big baller. You know, I'm from PG County. I'm from around the hood, but now I'm fly and doing some things right. So, okay, this is what he says, right? He said, I already approved it. You see, this is what Trevor says. Trevor, what day is this? August the 15th. I've already approved and had the CFO send Che. I'll personally take this on. Look, now Trevor's in there. They're switching up now. Like, well, Che hasn't done it, so I'm going to take it on. You got what I'm saying? I'll take it on. I want to make sure it's done. I give you my word. What word is that? Because now it's August. It's August when he sent that. What is it now?
September. Okay,
August the 15th, and it's a whole month later. Over a month later, a month and a half later, and I still haven't heard anything. Guess what? I said, okay, thanks. But then guess what else he says? He says, greetings. I said, greetings, Che and Trevor, on September the 9th. I still have not received any notice to when this matter will be reconciled. And guess what? They didn't respond. And guess what? That was on the 9th. That is over September 9th. What we got? That's 20 days ago. That's 20 days ago. More than a half a month ago. They still haven't responded. But guess who saw it? Trevor saw it, but he hasn't sent me anything. You see what I'm trying to say? So, look, no reconcile here. $500 is a big deal, because it is a big deal. Know why? Because when you take $500 from one person and another person and another person, it adds up. You see what I'm trying to say? 900 and 900 and 900. because they promised more than what they could do. They did. They promised more. I don't even know if they really intended on doing it because they were working too hard. I was impressed at their level of working. I was even telling you these brothers work all day and night. There's no way that you can do that. You got what I'm trying to say? They worked all day. How can you sell all day and close and sell all day and night and actually fulfill your order? And they were about systems. We put systems together to streamline your business, and their business is not streamlined. Their whole marketing package is on streamlining your business via the internet. You see what I'm trying to say? It also said, well, you know, when you won't have to deal with racism because the internet sees no color. That's what he said. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. Che, especially Trevor. Trevor got some good stuff. He got some good stuff. And Che does too. But guess what Che does, though? Che is supposed to be this expert in neuro-linguistic technology. So what happens is he knows how to use certain words to evoke certain emotions in you. You see what I'm trying to say? He knows how to use certain words to evoke emotion in you. And I'm looking at him like, do you think I'm a fool and I don't understand what's going on right now? You don't know that I study psychology. You got what I'm trying to say? You don't know that I'm not a new person on the block. You don't know this, do you, Che? You don't know that, do you, Trevor? But guess what? This show was going to just be about Bidnit people. That George Fraser, you got Bidnit people in your circle, bro. Baba, what are we going to do about that? What are we going to do about the Bidnit people in your circle? You see what I'm saying? I respect you, man. But what are you going to do about the Bidnit people in your circle? You got what I'm trying to say? You got to do something about them because now someone called me up after they saw this post and told me that they too were gotten. They told me that others have been gotten. They told me that now I'm saying I'm not saying that I know this, but they said they know, and I know this person specifically worked very close in the inner circle with all of you guys. Starting from David Anderson on up, work with all of y'all. You see what I'm trying to say? So when I'm saying this, the brother said, look, brothers and sisters, I am not worried about being friends with anyone who is a scumbucket. So if you don't do business right by your people, I don't care who you are. You can't shut me down. You can't shut us down because we stand on righteousness over here. I don't need your money. I don't need your platform, and education is out there. You see what I'm trying to say? I don't need anybody to teach me how to look. If you're around somebody got fleas, you're going to catch it. So look, I'm going to stay as far as away from these brothers and sisters as I can because I'm not a stone-cold capitalist. I'm for my people. You hear what I'm saying? So let's go to what else I found out about. JT Fax sent me this. He said when JT Fax said, look, bro, Dennis, look, man, make sure you don't. You sure you want to do this? Then he said, look, bro, say no more needed to be said. Go get him. He sent me this link. Let's see what this link says. This link, you're going to see Che's face right there. You see how he smiles? This is what he said. What a good day or something. I can't remember what he said. It's corny. It's real corny. But nonetheless, whatever he says, it's corny on purpose because he's not that corny. You see what I'm saying? He's not that corny guy. He's corny because he knows that you believe and you trust him. He's not corny like that. That is not his style. He got a nice smile. You can look at it. Look at it. Hey, my name is Che Brown. Go check out one of his videos right now. Just don't spend no money with the brother. You got what I'm saying? You can go and get free nuggets from them all day. They got some good nuggets. Go over there, listen to them, but don't buy nothing from them. You dig? Because I'm telling you, when you see people respond like this, it is throughout their character. It's throughout their business practices. Because I only gave you more than 2 years to resolve an issue and you didn't resolve it. Do you know how embarrassing that is to a righteous person who is running a business? I would never in my life allow anything to go down like that. If I didn't have the money, I would have to find a way to get you your money back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I understand that there's dips and dives in business, and sometimes you might be bringing in several $1 million, and guess what? You still ain't got no money. Don't let people trick you. especially if you're spending it all. But let's look at this brother. What's his name? Che Brown, sentenced to 3 months behind bars. Che Brown, sentenced to 3 months behind bars. Let's see what happened. And follow me on this story because it seemed like, okay. Then it gets deeper. It gets real deep. It gets deeper, family. So it says a federal judge in the district on Tuesday sentenced the brother of disgraced former DC Council Chairman Kwame Brown. You remember him? The guy was flush. I think he's the guy who was flushing the money down the toilet. In PG County, to 3 months in prison and 5 years of supervised release for bank fraud. This was in 2013. Okay. Che Brown pleaded guilty in December to a single count of bank fraud for inflating his income by $35,000 when he applied for a loan modification in 2009. Okay, cool. You know, he cooked the books. Okay, you might say, well, look, man, he cooked the books. He's trying to save his house, possibly, I guess. I don't know, but he cooked the books. But U.S. District Court Judge Amy Berman Jackson. It gets deeper. Let's follow me. U.S. District Court Judge Amy Berman Jackson cited Che Brown's 1995 conviction for bank fraud as one reason for calling for time in prison this time around. So this wasn't his first time. You dig? Woo! He's just a perpetual, habitual fraud. So guess what? These are the things he got caught for. Guess what? He ain't get caught for everything. He just got caught for what he got caught for. And look, this is just a little, somebody was looking and he said, well, let me Google this. I guess he said, let me Google them. And I'm not sure if he Googled Trevor because I didn't look this up. This link was sent to me, as you saw on YouTube. So he served probation, not prison time for that crime, in 1995. In this case, Brown's attorney had asked for probation instead of prison time. Prosecutors had urged the court to sentence Brown to 6 months behind bars. Judge Jackson, calling the wrongdoing much more than a dumb mistake or dumb mistakes, said that there had been an orchestrated effort to downplay the crime on the part of the defense. Woo! You probably paid them lawyers. Brown pleaded guilty to defrauding GMAC Mortgage LLC by submitting false documentation that overstated his income. That deceit saved him more than $700 a month in mortgage payments at a time when many other homeowners struggled to make mortgage payments in a depressed economy. Okay. You'll say, well, the brother guy, he was trying to beat the system, right? So look, it gets deeper. The defense submitted 35 letters to the court from community members testifying to Brown's character. Jackson said she had read all of them. See, we got a lot of people around here that will go out and testify for your character, even though you got fleas. You see what I'm saying? It happens all the time. There's so many charlatans running around, and everybody think they know the person because they smile, they talk good, they do things. You know how it is. We testify for our own children and their character, and they just killed somebody. Well, he got a good character. I know he's killing people every day, but he got a good character, and he got a baby on the way. In fact, he just got a job last week. Yeah, he just got a job. Yeah, I got you. Right. So Jackson said she had read all of them, the character letters she's talking about, but that many of the letter writers understand the severities of Brown's crime and failed to note his past conviction for bank fraud. She told Brown, a motivational speaker, aka charlatan, I would say, that there was no one to blame but yourself for the consequences of your decision. That's okay. Jackson also ordered Brown to serve 200 hours community service. Che Brown's most recent skirmish with authorities came about 6 months after Kwame Brown pleaded guilty to bank fraud, his brother. He also lied about his income on a loan application and resigned from his post as district's number 2 official. He was sentenced in, okay, that what I think I was talking about the wrong brother earlier, but his brother says done some things as well. But he was sentenced in November to a single day in custody and 6 months of house arrest. Federal authorities began investigating the Brown brothers, after an audit of Kwame Brown's 2008 campaign by DC officials uncovered hundreds of thousands of dollars in suspicious transactions, including $239,000 that was directed to Che Brown's consulting firm. Kwame Brown also pleaded guilty to misdemeanor charges for campaign finance violations relating to a $60,000 side account created by Che Brown. Created by Che Brown, a contractor for the campaign. Jackson said she did not consider Che Brown's ties to the campaign finance investigation relevant to her sentencing in the bank fraud case. See, what I'm saying is, and that's just a little bit of it. So how deep does this hole go? Family, if you want to talk about this, if someone's on the line, please call in to 410-989-5557. Or if you're on the other line already, just push *6 and then 1. Push *6 and then 1. Okay, I see somebody here calling in from NY. Let's see what they got to say. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so family, that's what's happening. That's what's popping off over here, man, and one man. So let's see what we got here. So family, this is what's going on out here. I ask again, Dr. George Fraser, do you know you got Bidnit people in your camp? Yeah, now from a materialistic point of view, from a surface point of view, they look good, they shine, they sparkle, they do all that. You know what I'm saying? They can dance and everything. They can sing kumbaya and got the DJ going and got you dancing in there off of, got the endorphins moving in your body and all that to take your money without delivering the service. So I'm going to open this line up. Please state your name, where you're calling from, and let's talk. 7459.
What's up? This is Brother JT Facts.
Facts. What's going on with you, brother?
Well, first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Brother Sankofa. Thanks for working with the youth. We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate the love.
And I wanted to say, I'm so glad you did this show. I've been following Che and Trevor for a long time, and I got to admit, I've been fooled by them. And I'm so glad you're bringing out some of the truth.
Thank you, brother. You say you've been fooled. What do you mean by you were fooled by them?
It seemed like they were doing good business practices. I've been looking at some of their, 48 hours of power.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about. That they do every year. And I look at a lot of their videos and listening to their live stream, and they seem like they really want to help back business. But if they scamming people, then it needs to be exposed.
Absolutely. They, and brother, facts. I at this point in my development, I'm not really coming for all the rah-rah. I don't even want to bury somebody. I'm just saying correct your behaviors. You see what I'm trying to say? If you can correct your behaviors and you really are sincere about it, I can work with you. But I don't even know where this article came from that popped up on my page that you sent. I don't even know how you found it. But I'm certain that the rabbit hole runs deep. You got what I'm trying to say? So I don't even know what to say about this, man, other than we have to be careful. I have something in my presentation that I talk about the wary mindset of our people, and that's spelled W-A-R-Y. And a lot of our people are afraid to invest in Black businesses for these same very practices. Every time I give a presentation, if you saw the level of anxiety that our people have because they have been gotten, it's horrible. I mean, so much so that I have to go through a therapeutic approach in business We call it business therapy, because it's cool. You can have all the, I'm not really with all the, flashy talk and all this type of thing in the first place. I'm not with that. It's cool. I mean, that might float somebody boat who don't know that money ain't God. That money it can come and go, but is despicable. And again, I asked Dr. George Frazier, do you know that you have Bidnit people in your business? So, brother JT Facts, anything else, brother?
Yeah, I would like to also say that I don't know if these two brothers are all bad. I look at some of the help that they've done to other black businesses, and it seemed like from an outsider perspective, because that's all I know of, because I've never worked with them personally. But they seem like they have helped other black businesses, but they're not perfect.
Well, yeah.
And I look at some of the work that they've done with what is it, the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I look at some of the work they've done with George Frazier, and other black institutions. And it seems like they do help, but it also seems like they don't follow up when they should, and they talk a good game, but they don't always deliver.
Well, that's powerful. It seems is a powerful word. It seems, and believe me, I'm a realtor, in fact. So I'm a licensed realtor, and I know of the work they've done, but that's all paid work. I mean, it's not. I don't see. Let me tell you one of the things. That's paid work. That's stuff you get paid for. I mean, the European who came in and invaded our country, they did some good stuff too. In fact, they bought us Jesus. They bought us Jesus. They bought us God. We didn't know God, because we were stupid and we were savages. Of course, I don't believe this. But what I'm saying is they bought us food. They brought us clothing. They brought us shelter. They brought smallpox to our country. Then they gave us shelter. They gave us immunization, took the gold at the same time. So, no devil does all bad, because you'll catch them. No devil does all bad. But in fact, some of your business has to be legal. Some of it has to be upright, or you're going to get caught. I mean, it's called, the drug deal on the corner invests in businesses that are legal, especially to wash his money. So that doesn't, and I'm not sure if that's what you're trying to do. And I'm not trying to infer this is what you're trying to do, but I'm saying I hear that. And this is the same thing I have about when we talk on any subject, even including Umar. Umar is not all bad. He's just doing some things that, maybe is not the more righteous thing to do, but, no one's all bad. We have both sides, but how long does it take to give somebody back a measly $500? Then I turn around another sister, a measly $900. And then another brother that I know that says that something happened to him as well. You see what I'm trying to say? So what I'm saying is, what I know about human behavior is this not just me. What I know about human behavior, people are pervasive in their habits. And their habits are something they do in all walks of life. No, they're not all bad. But how much is that good is so that they can get to the bad? Just looking at this article here, I'm looking, and I know we have an affinity. And of course, it's not something that look. All I can say is they're capitalists, and capitalists don't really care about people. They care about that dollar, and when it's about that dollar, look, it does. Look, we live in a dream. We live in falsehood. When we try to chase this dollar the same way that the European not the same way the European is doing it. We're doing it the way that he told us we should do it. We shouldn't do it that way. It's more things than a dollar. It's about the collective dollar. These brothers poor businessmen, seriously, to the second power. And the reason I am not giving them a pass, brother JT Facts. Why? Because Dr. George Fraser says there's business people and there's Bidnit people, and his job is put the Bidnit people out of business. He says you have to produce and have to have your products. They have to be polished. You have to deliver on time. You have to deliver better than other people. So if this is his team, it's only incumbent upon them to follow those rules. And I can give you 6 months to get your act together. I mean, Brother Polite, I ordered a book from him. It took me 6 months to get 2 copies, but guess what? I finally got him. I finally got him. 6 months, you see? And I'm hard on Polite because that's poor business. Because what we do, we sell smoke and mirrors. Stop selling smoke and mirrors all the time. We need to stop selling smoke and mirrors like we so big. Come, I got to get my CFO to write you a check. Come on, bro. Stop it. Man, you ain't that big. Stop it. Talk to somebody that don't know no better. My CFO. That's Uncle Rufus off the Boondocks. You know what I'm trying to say? Uncle Rufus off the Boondocks is his CFO. Oh, what about my CPA? Oh, that's Uncle Charlie. Stop it. Come on, man. They are lousy business people, and they can redeem themselves. You know, it's not just me. And the world needs to know that they are horrible business people, and you should not invest your dollar, I'm telling you, in nothing. And I'm telling you, nobody goes into a business. No. All right, I'm going to go back to this Realtor Association thing. Realtor Association pay big money to hear people speak. Okay? Trevor Otts was a realtor or a broker at some point in time. So he's selling his products. Oh, that's not nothing honorable to be looking at. You know, I mean, something honorable is what you just said about Sankofa. Sankofa is here every day with no pay for them children. You see what I'm trying to say? That is honorable. That is an accolade. Look, that you don't even give them a discount. Give them a discount. You don't even give them a discount. If you gave them a discount or scholarship, then I say, oh, that's admirable. But you're talking about someone who got paid by a broker or the National Board of Realtors or the National Board of Realtors. It's not even them. It's the other ones. It's the one I'm a part of that.
NAREB.
Yeah, NAREB. That they are Realtists. The Realtist Association that was created because of white supremacy and racism, and they wouldn't allow them to be realtors, allowed that type of stuff to come into because George Fraser also has a connect with them, and he does speeches for them, as well as Les Brown does speeches with them. I'm not saying that they are getting paid. I'm not saying they shouldn't get paid. I'm just saying that's not nothing admirable. That's nothing because you learned how to scam some people and learn how to do it. Now you teach somebody else to use the same tricks, but maybe the only difference is they fulfill their orders. But let's see here. Mr. Facts, before I let you go, anything else?
No, I'm good, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the show.
Thank you, brother. Peace and power.
Peace, brother.
So anybody else want to call in and get on this conversation? Again, this is what's happening. They say documentation beats conversation, and the documentation is here, and there's more. And I'm not even going to dig into the rabbit hole. I'm just saying, if you have a business, don't practice like this. If you're practicing like this, do better business. If you're practicing like this, and let's say it's an honest mistake, family. Let's say it's honest, and I can give them that. It's an honest mistake, meaning that you didn't know that you couldn't handle the amount of business that you took on. Oh, but you're not even honest enough to come back and say, bro, guess what? One brother to another, not keep flaunting, talking about my CFO and all this old buffoonery. Look, bro, we blew up faster than we could ever imagine. I apologize. I'm going to get you in that class for the price that you paid. No, And instead, you want to get bigger. Oh, we our prices are so much higher now. We can't by any means. We cannot fulfill our agreement because you don't fulfill them. You're not going to have another class. You don't want to. You're not going to have another class. That class never even happened. Che told me. Oh, Che Brown told me that at the National Harbor at the Power Networking Conference that. This is what he told me. He told me, yeah, we had that class many of times. And I talked to Trevor, and Trevor said it didn't take place. So, oh my God. Now, it could have took place afterwards, but I doubt it because Trevor was saying, well, look, let's do one-on-one. And never came through. So, Brother Sankofa, what's up, man? You got anything?
I'm just, just listening, my brother. And, I'll just say that as a whole, in terms of business, our business practices definitely have to be, we have to continue to work on our craft and provide quality products and services and stand behind those products and services. And you have to, keep the standard high in our business practices. But I'm just listening to the story, my brother.
Well, and just to think about it, right? When I say things are pervasive in your life, it's like Lauryn Hill's song. I love the song. I love it. Everything is everything. I love that thing. I think people overlook it. Everything is everything. And what I take from everything is that, when you see people operate in this way in this setting, they actually take these same behaviors and attitudes across different genres, different disciplines. If they're part of a group and you say, well, look, she's acting a little out or he's acting a little weird. And then maybe he'll go to this new group or she'll go to this new group and they'll act a little new and brand new. But guess what creeps out? The devil in them. So, not the real devil, not the devil. The devil is a mythological character, but that devilish side of them that creeps out. It always comes out. It even looks good. Like, oh yeah, they're going to go and they're going to do good at this organization. They go there. Next thing you know, that organization is running from her or him, just like you were running from her or him, because we take these same sicknesses everywhere we go. And that's what am I saying here? I'm saying that you see that he was cooking the books already. He was cooking the books on a big level. So what he already in the newspaper talk, for fraud. Like what can I do? He's already been defamed by the Washington Examiner. So look, he's bulletproof by now. He's already been slandered as much as not slandered. He's been already put through the test. Like, okay, I'm like a mosquito to him because he's been put in the Washington Examiner. He's still in business. For taking for having money, then interesting looking money coming to him and all that type of thing. I think they said $260,000 of something, and then fraud in 1995. This brother is a habitual criminal. He's a habitual criminal, and guess what? He's not a revolutionary. He's not going against the government. He's a part of the government, and so we can't even give him that card that he's trying to fight the system. Now he ain't fighting no system. He's not fighting the system. He's trying to use the system and use the people that's a part of the system and dumb down the masses so that he can stay on top. He's a sub-oppressor. But nonetheless, I'm gonna get off of that. Family, I'm gonna if you guys don't have anything to say, I'm gonna go off now because I think I've kind of run out of commentary for this subject today. But if you want to call in the next 2 minutes or so, I'll say this. Let's say call into 410-989-5557. Again, I
think we do have a call. If
that's 3667 number. Hold on. You're talking on the other line.
Yes, sir. 502. Think that may be.
Okay. Let's do that. Peace and power. 66.
Peace and power, brother.
Peace and power,
Peace
elder.
and power.
Man, I just want to say thank you all for this show here, man. I missed the first hour.
Oh, you gotta go back.
But man, thank you for going in, exposing this thing for what it is. Mm-hmm. And I'm dealing with some of the same mentality, attitude, and thing right here about our brothers and man. It's crazy, but I just want to thank you for the show, man. And on this line here, man, when somebody else call in, you can hear you, but you can't hear them.
Oh, you can't hear the other people on the other line.
Right.
All right. So
I mean, I had to go to the computer to catch the last part of JT Facts.
okay, do this, Elder Sergeant. This is what I'm still keeping this line open, right? Just because we're switching over to this other line, and now the thing is, on the other line, I like this line, but see on the other line, you can't raise your hand like you did on this line, right? So
Okay.
if you call, the only way I would know that because you call a listen, the only way I'm gonna know that you want to say something is if I just click on it and ask you if you want to say something, or you call back to this number. You know what I'm trying to say, and then push 1. But you can call to that other line if you like the phone 410-989-5557, and that you can listen that way as well.
410 what?
989 555 410-989 555.
Got you. But anyway, man, I'm on. You got everything archived, right? I got to go back and hear this whole thing.
Yeah, you definitely got to listen to this show.
Right.
It's archived. You can go to our website. In fact,
right, I'm on the website right now.
And if you go to our website right now, you can look at the video if you wanted to, right? But and you could go to video HD live video, and you can look at the video, or you can listen to it, family. You can listen to it on the CBBN radio blog. But when we finish broadcasting this show today, all you have to do is go back to the CBBN radio blog, and then we'll have the video there. We'll take the audio portion out, and we'll put the video there. So all our shows that we broadcast, we have at the CBBN blog, CBBN blog, radio blog. So like yesterday, my father's show and everybody else shows, Mukasa's show from earlier today with Baba Ashraf Kwesi. I'm not sure if you listened to that, but Baba Ashraf Kwesi was on the line with Brother Mukasa Africa today. And my father's show yesterday on the Mile. You can go back and listen to that. We got the Sister Oya Mayat. So so definitely you can look at all. You can listen to all these shows. Family, spread the word too. So Elder Sergeant.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man. But this show here is so powerful, and for what you exposing, man, is personal to me. So I just wanted to share that with you, man. Keep up the good work.
Okay.
This is really important show right here.
All right. Well, thank you, Baba.
Good deal, man. Keep it up, man. I'm gonna jump out here and let y'all finish up.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, sir.
All right, my hotel, peace and power.
My hotel. All right, so family, Elder Sergeant from Louisville, Kentucky, on the line, and he just let me know that you can't hear the people on the other line. That is pretty interesting. I'm gonna see how we can, if we can we can fix that some kind of way, or if there's no way we can do that. Brother Sankover, you got that?
I'm still in the process of getting it.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do, family, is we're gonna say do this, Brother Sankover. Close out by telling the family, just go ahead, I got it. Just tell the family how they can stay up to date with us. Tell them what's going on. We got, tell them all the stuff that's going on in the community right now.
Sure thing, my brother. Well, as we said earlier on the show, you definitely want to make sure that you get with us. There's many things that we're in the process of doing. So the Temple of New African Thought, we are an African-centered ministry of excellence geared towards uplifting and serving our people, African people. So, come on out on Sunday, each and every Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. That's our Sunday fellowship, a message of empowerment, spoken word, positive hip hop, learning African culture and history, and being amongst like-minded brothers and sisters. You don't want to miss out. Located at 3221 Bel Air Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21218. Also, our Spirit of Kemet Internal Martial Art Academy, which is Tuesdays 5:30 to 6:30, and which is Fridays 6 to 7. Come on out, learn the art of self-defense, exercise, get a workout in, and restore a renewed sense of rejuvenation to your temple. Also, each and every week, Conscious Black Business Network, Off the Cuff Conversation, 9 to 11, which is what you're listening to now. And also a shout out to Baba Alsar getting out of the third eye matrix. That show is on Wednesdays, 7:30 to 9 o'clock p.m. So there's a number of things that are taking place. And also, family, just one more reminder, as we told you, Dr. Oyama Ott will be speaking Friday, October 7th from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. Doors open at 6. She'll be speaking from the subject matter, duality, male-female relationships. And the tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door. If you want to purchase tickets, you can contact Brother Jabari Natur. All right. And his email is Daddy Watoto, Daddy, Watoto, Watoto at gmail.com. And it's going to take place at 430 East Belvedere Avenue. All right, 430 East Belvedere Avenue, and that's Pleasant Hope Baptist Church, family. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things taking place. And as you said, once again, you know, if you want to drop a donation for us here at the Conscious Black Business Network, if you want some airtime to get your message out to the masses, to the people, you can reach out to me directly, Brother Sankofa. My number is 410-717-6361, family. Definitely stay connected. Definitely stay tuned, family. Absolutely.
Yes, Brother Sankofa, thank you for that, my brother. In closing, family, I just want to say, I want to read a scripture out of the Hosea in the book, I think it's the book of Kuna Nup. I'm sorry, it's Ka Kepa Sinab, section 3. It says that everyone is silent about it. The whole land is in great trouble, and none are wise enough to know it. None are angry enough to speak out, and every day one wakes to suffering. Thus my suffering is long and heavy. The weak and the wretched lack strength to save themselves from that which overwhelms them. See, family, the weak and the wretched finds it difficult to save themselves, family. It said it is painful to keep silent about what one hears, and yet it is of no use to answer the ignorant. This is thousands of years ago. This type of foolishness have been going on. People only love their own words. Everyone builds on crookedness, and right speaking is abandoned. You see what I'm saying? I was asked not to speak about what is righteous, what is true. Everyone builds on crookedness, and right speaking is abandoned. I have spoken to you, my heart. Now answer me. A heart that is approached must not keep silent, for surely the servant and the master share the same fate. And thus many other things that must weigh heavy on you also. With no further ado, family, say peace and power. Until next week, next time.
The business of
Stay tuned. Brother Sankofa, Minister Asar.
The business of media.
Off the cuff conversation.
The business of
9 o'clock to 11 every Thursday.
The business
Tune in.
of the business of the business of it's the business of the business of media. The business of conscious. The business of business. The business of the business of the business of the business of it's the business of the business of the business of the business of it's the business of the business of media. The business of conscious. The black business. The business of the business of the business of the business of it's the business of the business of media. The business of conscious. The business of business network. It's the Conscious Black Business Network, the radio show brought to you by a radio flow. Call, chat, listen, and learn. Today you will know. Today we resume to stay tuned to CBBN at 9 p.m. Minister Asar, Brother Sankofa, giving what you demand most of. Propaganda that's proper. Network and let's work together to live free and prosper. the business of love, the business of the business of wealth. It's the business of principle, the business of media, the business of conscious, the business of business, the business of the business of the business of the business of wealth. It's the business of principle, the business of media, the business of conscious, the business of business network.
Hotep family, it's the Flow Express checking in. I got my man Sankofa with me. You want to learn how to be economically empowered? You want to realize your dreams and turn them into reality? You want to become a major player in this real estate investing game? Come holla at the big wig, the WIG. They be like, yo, bro, Flo, what you talking about? I see potential gold mine when I walk in the house. I ain't here for your jewelry, cause I'm on my job, not to rob. That would be quite the fool of me. I'll show you where to loot at, cause I pursue that contact. Give them a contract, they like, true that. They must have knew that. From my investor crew, that's 2-pack. It wasn't about to fool with no new jacks. Word to the noodle that I use, coming up with a cool rap. The mouth that moves on and to prove that. Word to the smooth black brother with the grizzly beard, showing how to stack paper like news racks. Word to the beat, we serving the streets, helping out our people in need who searching for peace. We revolutionaries in real estate, for real, cause there ain't no time to blur the line between real and fake. Winkler Investor Group, the WIG, see how we invest in you. The Winkler Investor Group, the WIG, see how we invest in you. It's the Winkler Investor Group. The WIG, see how we invest in you. The Winkler Investor Group. The WIG, see how we invest in the truth. Unity. We gotta move congruently. We have to invest in ourselves. Yeah, that's you and me. Winkler Investor Group. That's an asset. So sick and tired of this rat race madness. Economic literacy, put into practice. We need generational wealth. That's what the plan is. Haters with the melee. Never mind what they say. Gotta be on your grind in order to get your payday. Link up with a professional team. Dennis Winkler, the founder, he's devoted to lead. Better use your leverage if you're trying to get free. Burning desire is the only way you succeed. Set goals and be fearless. You'll see what I mean. Personal development's essential indeed. Business of helping people, you better believe. Based in Baltimore, true gold mine indeed. Winkler Investor Group, the WIG. See how we invest in you. The Winkler Investor Group. The WIG, see how we invest in you. It's the Winkler Investor Group. The WIG, see how we invest in you. The Winkler Investor Group. The WIG, see how we invest in the truth. Winkler Investor Group. The WIG, see how we invest in you. The Winkler Investor Group. The WIG, see how we invest in you. It's the Winkler Investor Group. The WIG.